up in the news, a renewed call to shop at home. Also, business owners giving their take on the single-use plastic ban. And the winners of the 2020 New Year's Day Junk Canoe Parade celebrating their victory. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shashina Wolf-Arkeson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news this evening, a call is being made for locals to continue to shop at home. While many of the local shops are slowly opening their doors after incurring damage from Hurricane Dorian, tonight the Minister of State for Grand Bahama is admonishing residents to continue to support local businesses in an effort to fuel the economy. As businesses on Grand Bahama slowly return to a state of normalcy, residents are being urged by the Minister of State for Grand Bahama to shop locally.
We are seeing a number of those businesses, a lot of those businesses actually, reopen, restock, refurbish, and are busy serving the customers again.
With residents in need of a variety of supplies, including building materials, clothing, and the basic necessities, he says shopping at home not only sustains local businesses, but it also helps to build the economy.
Kelly's, has reopened. They continue to renovate and get back up. We've seen a number of the food stores, and we've seen Sawyer's recently open back up, restocked, renovated. We've seen a number of the businesses downtown have opened back up and have gotten started again. So I also want to encourage Bahamians to also ensure that they shop at home, do their best to support those local Bahamian businesses as well, because those local Bahamian businesses need the locals to continue to support them and uplift them and give them the business.
The government has implemented a series of initiatives to assist with recovery efforts, and Minister Thompson believes now is the right time to spend in the local economy.
We encourage Grand Bahamians to support those local businesses that are open so that would again help in rebuilding the economy in Grand Bahama.
Extra confidence in the Grand Bahama economy, the Meadows family suffered a major blow a year ago when their shopping plaza went up in flames. Today, the family is rebuilding and is sharing details of another major investment in the city of Freeport. Italia Hall has more.
What a difference a year makes. It was a devastating time for the Meadows family when the Rachel's Britannia mini mall in the Caraville Beach area went up in flames almost 12 months ago, forcing many popular businesses out of the community. Since then, a young female has been charged before the courts with arson. Shariah and Sharon Meadows say they are rebounding and are happy to be of service to that community.
It was devastating for the moment, but from day one, right after the fire, we made plans. We did a fundraiser right after in April, so it was always work going on. After the fundraiser, work started, so it was heavy duty work, gutting out, doing everything that needed to be done.
We didn't see ourselves coming back from this, not this early on, and with the grace of God and a lot of help, Britannia will be up and running. I would give it another 4 or 5 weeks. We would be up and running.
Meadows says once fully up and running, some stores will be returning.
We have Modivas, we have Pastor Camp, we have Charmaine with the Bobby Shop. So we have quite a bit of our tenants that was here before the fire taking place that will be returning. As of today, the entire mall is completely renovated, and we do have new tenants.
They say thousands of dollars was spent on repairs, and for them, it was important to stay in that community.
The insurance money surely didn't cover it all. They actually did come out of pocket after a while, but I know it's way over 6 figures. I know, so it's putting a lot of work, and then on top of that, my father and my mom, they're doing their own touch to the mall, because even though it was like a plaza, they're making it very, I would say, up to date. So it's like new fire installations for something like that, again, hurricane installation.
We have a serious commitment to this community because, one, we live in this community. My children was raised in this community, so we've been here, my husband and I, and our kids for almost 30 years. So we have a strong connection and a commitment, and we were determined not to leave. We were determined to make this home and help the people in the Bahamas.
Now there is some more good news, as the family recently purchased the Circle Mall. The mall that housed many businesses sustained significant damage during Hurricane Dorian. Shortly after the devastating storm, the mall was placed on the market for sale. Meadows says she and her husband saw it as another great investment opportunity.
As you're aware, the downtown area no longer really exists, and so what we are going to do with the Circle Mall is bring it up to the level that it should have been, that the people can go and just browse and also have somewhere to go and eat. So we wanted to make it friendly, but we wanted to also make it be a mall, not a swap shop. And we would have every single thing in there. Vendors as far as clothing, hair, barbershops, salons, a variety. Whatever you see in the malls, we are expecting to have here. As of today, we already have 55 tenants.
Now renovations are expected to be completed within 8 months. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Abaco Markets Limited pledging to reopen its Solomon's Freeport store once the fate of the Grand Lucayan and the island's international airport are resolved. According to media reports, AML wants to see progress on the two critical issues before committing to reopening its Queens Highway site. The store was inundated with 6 feet of water from Hurricane Dorian storm surge, despite being built 6.5 feet above ground. Officials say the group's Freeport workforce had shrunk by 10% to around 250 compared to pre-storm levels. AML says they managed to avoid any forced terminations, noting that some staff transferred to Nassau or were performing Nassau-based work from Grand Bahama, while others left the island or requested separation packages to move on. Well, AML Foods has yet to determine a timeline for reopening Solomon's Freeport, and reports say officials have not ruled out reopening Solomon's Freeport at a different location. Switching gears now, it's been 3 days now since the official implementation of the ban on single-use plastics. Despite an educational campaign by the Ministry of Environment and Housing and other organizations, some residents are still not prepared for this transition. Megan Shepard spoke with various business establishments today about the public's initial reactions.
Businesses are no longer able to import plastic straws, styrofoam food containers, plastic utensils, and single-use plastic shopping bags. While this ban by the government is being met with mixed reviews by residents, some business owners on Grand Bahama say that they are in favor of the move. In fact, these businesses say they were ahead of the curve.
Personally, I think it's a good idea. But Mr. Baker was practicing that for the last 2 years. I never give the plastic bags. But I figure it's a detriment to the environment. Plus, it's cheaper for the company not to buy them in any event.
Oh yeah, we've been using paper bag and plastic also, but mostly paper bag.
It's going to help and protect the environment, because honestly we have too much trash out in there, the plastic bags and the spoons and the straws. So at this establishment we use mostly paper and eco-friendly products.
But I know the plastic bags that we do have, they're biodegradable bags and especially made for Bristol.
However, Knowles adds that he does have mixed feelings regarding the use of single-use plastic utensils.
Well, the straw, that's not a problem, but I have a problem with the spoon. How should I put it? My view is that it's not complete on the spoon and the fork and the styrofoam cups, because that means your coffee going up. And for those who do cookouts, it's a problem too for the the other plates.
Stores are allowed to charge customers between 25 cents to $1 per bag, and they will be allowed to keep the fees collected. A record must be kept of the number of bags sold, and failure to keep records could result in fines ranging from $2,000 to $3,000. These store owners say that so far, customers have been exhibiting resistance.
We have had customers coming in who apparently are not aware that we have to charge for the bag, and so we've had exchanges with them. However, some people are aware and they're opting not to purchase the bag because it's something that they got for free. So now they're wondering where the money is going for the bag. Why are we charging for the bag? We're explaining to them that it's a new law and we have to charge for the bag.
A lot of persons are in particular with paying for the bags, and they're very upset. They're thinking that Bristol is just trying to charge them for bags, and I'm trying to explain that, it's something from the government with the plastic ban, and it has to be implemented, and they tend to understand after that. Some people just opt not to take the bag, take the stuff in their hands.
Now, there are health concerns as it relates to the reusable bags and meat products.
What we are looking at sourcing our own reusable bags, and as we are also looking to source paper products for products that are now in foam. We're looking to serve that as best we can, and also to get it at an affordable price. That's the greatest concern for the customer right now, because the biodegradable product is expensive as it stands. So we're trying to source it at a price that is not going to be hard on our customer.
The eco-friendly purchases are more costly than the traditional cheap plastic, but it's for a good cause because it's going to help the environment.
Actually, Bristol has been selling bags for quite some time. We always had these in conjunction with the National Trust, and we sell them for $2. We've been selling them for years now. We are bringing another alternative to these, and then we plan to bring in the brown paper bags in short order.
Business owners and representatives say they are encouraging patrons to take advantage of the available options.
Don't have a reusable bag for meats. The meats have to go in the plastic bag. So there's no other option for that. They have to go in plastic bag. You cannot give the customer the meat in the hand. The only thing is we don't put it in the grocery bag. But the meat, and I've seen customers walking out the store with the meat in the plastic bag. That's odd, but it's happening. So there's no reusable bag. Yeah, there's no way around that. There's no way around that. It's a matter of hygiene.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Megan. Well, the Flying Fish restaurant in Lukai is said to be among the best of the best in the region. Esteemed Culture magazine Caribbean Journal noting that the rating was based on food, service, and ambiance, considered to be the three pillars of any great restaurant, while our Jamila Mizik has reaction from business owners.
If you've never visited the Flying Fish Gastro Bar, you are missing out. At least that's the opinion of the Caribbean Journal magazine. The popular Grants Bahamas spot was ranked in the top 20 among other restaurants in the Caribbean. Owner and chef at the Flying Fish Gastro Bar, Tim Tibbetts, says the restaurant has evolved from its original fine dining concept.
We've gone to a much more comfort food-based style. We like to use the tagline, comfort, quality, and community. So after Hurricane Matthew, we had to change from our traditional fine dining style that we were doing into something that was a little bit more approachable for our local community, because with no tourism left, we had to make a change in order to survive, and it's been very popular, and people have really appreciated the change.
Tim says they pride themselves on having excellent service and tasty food with the best ingredients. This year, the Gastro Bar placed 16th out of 50 restaurants.
Over the this is 7 years in a row now that we've been in the top 20 restaurants in the Caribbean by Caribbean Journal. The highest being, I think, 2015 or 2016 when we were number 6. But to still be, number 16, that's in a completely different style that's much more casual and and a little bit more easygoing and less formal, it still speaks really big volumes about the quality and the consistency that the kitchen's putting out all the time, and the consistency of the service that you get here.
He says moving forward, they will continue to reinvent themselves.
Make sure that you are always putting out something that keeps people interested and keeps people excited about coming back all the time, and really make sure that you are capturing people every time they come. Make sure every time they come, it is a really good time for them, because that's really the only way you're going to survive a tough year after a hurricane like this. So it's really important that we stay the course, keep doing what we do, and be consistent in it every single day. I personally, I thank the staff, because the staff works extraordinarily hard to be really good. And I get a lot of credit and things like that in the media for what happens here, but the reality is they're the ones who go and do it every single day. And I give them 100% full marks and full credit for it. They are very talented people, and we're very happy that we can share this award with them, and I'm very happy that they're here.
Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Awesome. Stay with us. There's more news on the other side of the break.